Here we are at school to finish this fucking video. Yeah, this is bad. Real bad. Hard work, hard work. Hard work, hard work. Hard work, work. There you go. Hard work, work. Everybody doing it right. Hard work, work, work. That's what I say. Hard work, work, work. Earn more pay. Hard work, work. Hard work. Do it every day. Hard work, work. Get up out of quarter to three. Hard work, work. To go and earn my pay. Hard work, work. Put boots on and lace them up. Okay, so I know it's been a while, but I've been doing a lot of fighting with, seems like OBS lately and trying to get everything all lined up. So once again, a little bit of Ricky Tick. I am not employed by a self-storage company. I do not represent a self-storage company. I am not naming any self-storage company in this video. I use the word we a lot because it's easier than saying they. And just as just a straight kick to the balls, one of the first things that I found out is we had to make phone calls. So we had to go get the money for all these from all these people that weren't paying their rent, which just absolutely blew my mind. That there were 1,400 units at this place, and 200 people didn't pay their rent. And you think of the numbers per capita, that is fucking insane. So after a while, about your 10th time, being called names and just, I wish I could talk to the other guy. The only thing you wanted to say was, "Your rent's due, motherfucker!" Yeah. And I wish I could have, but I never got to. So I guess we'll get directly into our cards first. The first one I got here, a little bit of no chance. Oh, no. Toot. You're on a choo-choo. Funny enough, you just received verified proof that the whole firehouse ran a train on your ex-wife. And it will help you in divorce court. That whore, and she's going to help you out this time. So go ahead and collect $1,000 there, GI. Hey, not bad. All right, next one. Here we go. That goes off. This one comes on. Oh no. This is not my order. You are solicited for sex by a registered sex offender, and the company should have executed a thorough background check. Collect $20, and I hope your meal's free, too, the ball-washing bastards. All right, so there we go with that. A little fun first thing in the morning. Okay, I hope everybody had a good Christmas. Everybody got what you want. I mean, I got a couple things that I wanted. My amazing wife got me this. An autographed picture of Les Claypool. Absolutely amazing. One of my favorite people. And my daughter I gave her $5 the other day. Last minute, she's going to a book fair. Come to find out, she spent the $5 I gave her to buy this little Moon Man to go with my little Oscars and Emmys. So, yeah, that's now my most favorite thing in the world because it shows that I'm raising my children right. Anyway, that was one of the things that, yeah, that really kind of punched me right in the feels. That's good stuff. So just hope everybody had a good Christmas and Happy New Year. Today is the first day of 2026, and I hope everybody's relaxing and enjoying it. So, first thing I wanted to get into is I've done several jobs in my life, and no, I take it back. First thing that I do want to get into is I want to say thank you to every last person that subscribed to this channel. We just hit 2,700 the other day. And I know a lot of people that's not big. And now I didn't want it to be big. I wanted it to be just to get a couple laughs here and there. Maybe hook up with some old friends, make new ones. Or
make a network of YouTubers, or I don't know. And I wanted it to be something special. So yeah, 2,700 people. That's absolutely amazing. And I thank each and every one of you for clicking like, subscribe, whatever you did, or just spending a minute coming in, giving me feedback, good or bad. Hey, look, I don't. It doesn't hurt my feelings. I know what I look like, and I know who I am. So you just come in saying something negative really doesn't tell me anything I don't know. So anyway, and also compliments do help. And like I said, I hope to just get a couple laughs, make a couple friends, and yeah. That's really about it. So once again, I want to thank you for all the people that have made this great. And to me, 2,700 is great, and a lot of people wouldn't, but I do. So, and I thank each and every one of you. So moving on to that, I wanted to get into something that is near to my heart. It's an old job that I did, and I look back at it, and I thought about it. I haven't talked about it much, and I was like, you know what? I didn't even think if I had a negative or a positive view on it, but I found out that I did have an opinion. So anyway, I used to work in the storage community as a property manager, and yeah, there's a lot to that, a lot to unpack there. But one of the biggest things is if you rent a storage community, you're an asshole. And I'll just put it that way, straight up. I'm not big on customer service at all, and I don't really like companies that make you go in and fake it and be a customer person, which I'm not. I believe in self-reliance. I believe that if you need something, you have no problems going to get it. You'll ask a question here and there, but not to where you have to have a full-on conversation with the people that run an organization. You don't. If you don't, you're causing problems, or a problem has been caused to you. But if it happens a lot, you're an asshole, and that's the only thing that I really have to say about that. And I'm not saying you're an asshole straight up. I'm not. I'm saying the possibility has increased of you being an asshole in public, and that's exactly what it is. It's a malady that most people have when they pay a certain amount of money for something. They think that they're going to get this in return when it's not really in the contract. That's what they're going to be getting. Okay, when you rent a storage facility, and it's not a locker, it's not a bin, it is a fucking storage unit, all right? So if you... that's the terminology, all right? Don't call it anything else. The things you're pushing around with are carts. They're not buggies, they're not trolleys, they're fucking carts, all right? So, yeah, if you want to get on one of the property manager's bad side, call it one of those names, and that just shows you who you are, and yeah, it's probably not going to end well for you. But yeah, just to let you know, I did do well there. I earned
It's a major award. I won it. He won that. It's a major award.
A major award.
Power, sweet.
Here we
power.
go. Anyway, yeah, so I do know what I'm talking about, and I know a lot of people are going to poo-poo this and say, you know, you're either a bastard or whatever else. But I'm just letting you know straight up. This, and I hope this helps out a lot of people within their search and their journey of getting a storage unit. Major story that I have about this, I call it the Holy Spirit story because it's just hilarious. I was renting the property down in the bowels of Fort Worth, and it was right close to maybe 2 or 3 homeless shelters. Now, if you don't know how those homeless shelters work, it's not pretty. You have to be in at 8 to get a bed, and you have to be out at like 6 in the morning. They're not there during the day. So anyway, that makes storage units really, really prestigious to the homeless population. But I digress on that. It has nothing to do with the story. I'm just laying it out how bad this area was. So one of the things that I like to say over and over again is the story about the Holy Spirit story, which is funny as hell, but it just shows you how customers could be sometimes. This guy came in, older guy, had a handler, believe it or not. I think it was his daughter. He was having a hard time walking, so he comes in there, and of course, it was one of the times when I was kind of flamboyant with my introduction. Excuse me. And I was like, "Hey, sir, how you doing?" And he was like, "Oh man," he's shuffling along. Like, I've got the Holy Spirit. I got the Holy Spirit, and I'm doing good. I was like, "Okay, good." It was like, "How can I help you today?" And it was like, I knew what he was there for. He was an older gentleman, so therefore he's going to come in and probably pay his fucking rent in cash. So I'm just like, "Oh, all right." So anyway, he goes, "Yeah, I'm here to pay my rent." And I was like, "Yeah, no shit." So I'm like, okay. So anyway, he goes, "So how much I owe you?" And I looked down, I was like, "Oh man, it looks like 198.5. I mean, 198 and $198.50. He goes, "Fuck you." And I was like, whoa, where did that damn Holy Spirit go, man? Anyway, that is exactly how quick from zero to asshole most people can go. So, and of course, her daughter was like, "Dad," and I'm like, "Yeah, Dad, the hell, man." Anyway, but yeah, that's exactly how it goes with the whole asshole thing. So, yeah, that was one of my favorite stories of how certain things go. You get some crazies in there too. Some people that go out of their way to make sure that they know that they don't like your tape and shit like that. This is weird, and you run into a lot of people there, and some of them really are not mentally stable. Some of them are rich and they think they're better than you, like TCU people. There are a lot of those. So anyway. And not to mention, when being close to TCU, we got to run into a whole bunch of those self-righteous assholes. So anyway, when you're there, you're paying for 6 walls, and that's it. So the security thing, yeah, you would think it's in there, but it's not. When your shit gets broken into, we can watch the videotape and see who did it. So that's pretty much it. And it's going to happen when we're not there. So if you do get broken into, don't blame the person behind the counter. Even if they were watching the video, there's not much we could do except tell them to leave, or say, "Hey, look, we're calling the cops." I mean, that's pretty much what we could do. So, if your shit gets broken into, don't get mad at the property manager, because they're doing the best they can to help you out. I promise you. And they're doing the best to get you the fuck out of their office, because they don't want to be around someone that just got broken into. And I'm sorry that sounds callous, but that's exactly it. I don't want to be around anybody that just got their shit broken into. I mean, you can give them your condolences, but you'll see that those condolences do not go very far. It's like whenever you hear about those mass shootings and you hear the thoughts and prayers. That's exactly what the condolences are. When someone gets their shit broken into, no one wants to hear that shit. So anyway, moving on. So yeah, you're paying for 6 walls, and that's pretty much it. The size and the rate of the units vary, and it's per believe it or not, a real estate idea. So the square footage actually is what determines exactly how much you're going to pay on a unit, unless it is unit has not been rented often. So that being said, that if there is a 5x15, which is a really weird unit, it's a 5 foot in the front and 15 deep, that it may be cheaper because it hadn't been rented in like 2 years, because it is a very bad size. But once you get to the 10x10s, those are the prestigious ones. Those are the ones that everybody wants. Excuse me. Those are the ones that mostly everybody wants. So, yeah, they're going to be a little more pricey when it comes down to it. So, the bigger they get, obviously, the pricier they get, because you're and yeah. So, if you come out and you say, "All right, well, I'm going to get one," let's just say shits and giggles, downtown Atlanta. All right, you're in whatever loop there is in Atlanta, and you're like, "Okay, I want to rent a unit." But it's like, wait a minute, the unit way out on the outside of the belt was cheaper. It's like, yeah, because it's not in the city. Real estate doesn't cost as much out in the rural areas compared to the urban areas. So yeah, that's why they're cheaper out there. And I lived, my last property I ran was out on the outside of the skirt, so of the the inner ring of the Fort Worth. So yeah, it was cheap shit out there. So a lot of people came out there. So yeah. Anyway, there's that. Yeah. Okay, and capitalism. Like I said earlier, capitalism in size. Capitalism. All right, your rent will go the fuck up. And that's all there is to it. There is nothing in your contract of any rental unit that says that your rent is going to be locked in at a certain price. So if you say it was locked in, you do not know what you're talking about. okay, it will fluctuate. And it says there, clean it. And I've worked at 3 of these storage companies because I thought I was going to try to get into there, and that was going to be my niche. And all 3 of them that I worked at, not a single one of them locked in a price. So if you say you got your price locked in, you're full of shit and you don't know what you're talking about. So yeah, it'd be beautiful to have your price locked in. Shit, yeah. If you started renting in 1960 and you're still paying $15 for a unit, that would just be magical now, wouldn't it? But that's not the way of it. Things that inflation over time, things get more expensive. So please know that your rent is going to go up. And additionally, you get this on Google a lot. And if you want to check out a good storage unit, if it's going to be a good place for you or not, check out the Google reviews. Now, if the Google reviews are about one person only, saying like it's the property manager is either a dick, a bitch, she's mean, or she's racist or something like that, and you'll see that on the Google reviews. So if they say that, your place is going to be okay because it's an individual. You don't have to worry about an individual. That means all the infrastructure items are working properly. So the gate, the elevator, the carts are there, homeless or low. All right, so you got that. So if it's an individual, more than likely they're going to be leaving soon because those Google reviews are read. And yeah, more than likely you'll say, yeah, that person's on the short list. So anyway, there's that. So that being said, elevators, if elevators are breaking, that means they're getting fixed too. So, and that's one of the things you got to remember. And that's we do not want the elevators to be down. And it's not like a trick where you are the only one, the elevator doesn't work for it. No, it's the people that work there have to use them too, believe me, and using the stairs suck. So yeah, and I get it, carrying your shit upstairs sucks too as well, but it's not what you... It's not like a punishment or we're just being mean or something, you know. And I'll let you know, everything that breaks there is done by the fucking customer. It's not us. We don't do it. So there's simple instructions on how to use the elevator. And if you complain about using your code every time to get into the elevator, you're a fucking idiot. And I'll tell you why. It's because that code is there for your security. It will only let you go to the floor you're supposed to. And I guarantee you, the second that gets taken off and someone finds out about it, they're going to start loitering on different floors, and you do not want that. And that right there, it brings up speculation for burglary, theft. I saw this guy over here. He's a sketchy person, and all this just rumor mill bullshit. And that happens a lot. So anyway, it's really simple with the codes, all right? Now, if you have to put in your code to use the elevator, now I want you to fucking listen to me. Really listen to me. Okay, push the button. The door opens. Put your shit in, all right? When you're done putting your shit in, put your code in, open the elevator, push the floor door, and it will work every damn time. All right? It's that simple. All right? So if you even think for 1 second, oh, my code doesn't work. No, it works. You're just doing it wrong. You didn't listen to what I just told you to do. All right? It works every damn time. All right? And that is for your safety. So yes, you have to put your code in. You have to put your code in every time you come in. You have to put your code in every time you get in the elevator. And when you leave. All right? So, yeah. So that's there. That's that. Okay? And I'll tell you why. Because it is a timestamp. We know where you were at. And that's for us. So if we ever have to check cameras to find out where you were, believe me, with a timestamp, we're going to be able to get you more answers quickly. All right. So with that being said, okay, shareholders. Okay. If you are told that you have a $1 move-in, it is horse shit. All right. And this is a trick by all the 3 that I work for. The $1 move-in special, or whatever it may be, or what do they call it, the $1 double day, or wham bam pow, whatever they want to fucking call it. It's not just one damn dollar. There's going to be so many fees that go into it. So you show up and you're like, yeah, it's just $1. Nothing costs a fucking dollar, dipshit. So it just... So many times you get yelled at when I'm like, dude, that's just the way it is. I cannot let you rent a unit without an administration fee. I can't even let you in the building without one. For the most part, it's like you have to pay an administration fee. So at the end, you got to bring a lock too, and them's ain't free, I tell you. So anyway, that's that. So if you want to get mad at the property manager, don't. It's not their fault, believe me. If they can get you in and out of their office without you paying a damn administration fee, believe me, they'd fucking do it. So, yeah. Anyway, there's that. So, that being said, okay, if you know the number to the office, you are a fucking asshole. I'll just put it that way. There is no need for you to know the number to the front office. Ever. There's no need. Okay? That means that either you're not paying your rent, you are doing something you shouldn't be, you're going to be late on your rent, you're complaining that you get your check on the 15th of the month and not the 1st of the month. I mean, the rent's due at the 1st of the month. That's it. All right. Some of them have like I think they call that an anniversary, to where it's like the day you move in. So if you move in on the 5th, your payday, your day that you owe rent is on the 5th every month. But that's not the way most places run. It's easier to do it on the 1st of the month. So yeah, if you move in on the 28th, you're going to pay a certain amount, and that's going to be prorated to the next month. All right. So that is just so you know that there are not revolving anniversaries at every place. So also, if you know the number, that means you are causing problems. And that's why nobody is answering your phone. You didn't listen or didn't read your contract, and it is your fault that you ever call that front office. Unless there is a live break-in, the place is on fire, your your hasp isn't working, the door isn't going up, that's absolutely fine. But then again, you call more than 3 times, you're an asshole. All right, there's no need for you to have communication with the front office that much. That's why the people in the front office are hardly ever in the office, because they're walking around and they should not have correspondence. And it's just that cut and simple. Now, I get it. Yeah, me calling you an asshole may be a little out there, but the whole thing is that you are going to come in and yell at me for something that's not my fault. I'm sorry. That's the epitome of being an asshole. All right, so yeah. Anyway, so Google reviews. That's one of the funniest ones, and I have a good list of all the Google review problems that always come up. Okay, rodents. Okay, this is really simple. Okay, if you are in an indoor facility, that means your unit is inside 6 walls. Okay, those rodents came in because of a customer. All right, the money that these places pay to keep rodents out is astronomical, and some of them just can't be stopped. Like crickets, there's nothing that can be done about those. Those are just, they'll spray, and the dead bodies will collect over the area it's been sprayed, and the crickets will just walk over it. Believe me, I've had to sweep them, and they're nasty. Roaches are attracted to food, and one of the biggest things that you are told whenever you move into a storage unit, nothing that can be consumable or nothing combustible. So no eat, no boom boom. And that's pretty much it. That's the biggest thing. And of course you'll get dipshit, well, no tires either. And you're like, all right, well, who fucking cares? All right. Anyway, so that's pretty much the biggest deal, because the food will bring in the rodents. And mice are attracted to food. They're not attracted to electronics. They're not attracted to pictures of your Meemaw or any other weird shit you keep in storage. So yeah, think about that. So that and rats. Rats, if you are renting at a outdoor facility, it's only a matter of time until the rats overtake your area. And that's science. They're coming. And it's just, they don't want to live outside, and if they find a way inside, they're coming in. So, and I'm sorry, but that's just the way of it. So if you do have an outdoor unit, that means that it's in a gated, and your doors are outside, kind of like a motel. Yeah, if you could drive up to it, and it's outside, it's only a matter of time before you get rats. And I'm sorry, but all those units are they're real estate investments that were built in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, and they're just holding on to them for some stupid reason. They should trash them and build indoor units, and that's just my opinion, because the amount of money that they spend on rats and the amount of bad press that they get and just the stuff that they lose and had to pay out, they should just get rid of them. Anyway, sign out cards. Okay, there are some places where you have to sign out cards. All right, and some places illegally take driver's license, which is you cannot do. So if anybody says to give me your driver's license, tell them to go fuck themselves. You can't do that. Only police officers and judges can take driver's license, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm pretty sure a 80-year-old barfly that's working at a property manager cannot take your driver's license. All right. Anyway, but that being said, carts, they're a priceless commodity, and I cannot express that enough. Those carts there are valuable, and I used to put tracking devices on mine because the homeless would have a good time with them at night and go play with them and go jump ramps and shit with them. Yeah, they're priceless. They really are. And of course, if you got to carry your stuff in, you would definitely want a cart. So they're very, very near and dear to everybody's heart. So that, and I don't want to be in a property that does not have carts, because the customers, they turn into mega assholes if there's no carts. And that right there, I don't blame them. That is the one thing. I take that back. They're not even assholes. They just become a nuisance, because they're absolutely right. And not having carts suck. And I remember every time that I had worked there, I had a unit myself, and I didn't have carts. I mean, if I didn't have a cart to move my stuff, I'd be really upset too. So anyway, not having carts and having to sign them out, yeah, that's kind of a big deal. And there's certain places where the homeless are that you cannot have them out past the time that the person that works there is there. You just can't, because they'll get stolen. So if you read something in a Google review saying that there's no one here and their carts are not rentable at night or check-outable at night, there's a reason why. So anyway, there's that. If the elevator is broken, you did that. Customers do that, and what they do, they bang their wheels into the doors, and that puts it into a shock, because they think it's a human being, so that they'll shut off, or they'll drop stuff in the tracks and the door won't open, and if the door won't open, the elevator shuts down altogether. Or this is the one where these fucking damn just stellar performers will keep it open with a cart, so the elevator won't go down to other customers, and they'll keep the door open. All right, that'll shut it down. As soon as the door shuts, it locks. Okay, and the doors too. The doors, the outside. All right, that's mostly done by customers too as well. So it's people that just degenerates. They can't get out their phone, and as soon as they start driving, they go right through the door. And these are like garage doors, go up and down. Usually they have an arm in front of you. See an arm in front, obey the arm, you're going to save the door. All right, and that's just the case. That's just the case of it. Some of these gates, they malfunction if they get wet. So if the gate won't open, or it just makes noise at you, that's why it's wet. And what you need to do is make a complaint saying the gate, when it gets wet, it doesn't work. And you'll see, more likely it's a rainstorm that'll cause it. So if there's a rainstorm and the next thing it doesn't work, make a complaint saying the door doesn't work when it rains. All right, it's that simple. All right, so don't just go, well, the property manager, the one who did it, he's the one who screwed up the gate. No, that's not it. No, nobody messed up the gate. It's just natural sometimes. So anyway, okay, and Google reviews. This is kind of a big one. Whenever you leave a Google review and you are trying to stick it to the man, you're not. You're actually you're hurting the property manager, the person that is in there helping you out. That's the person that actually gets hit the hardest on that. So if you make it right, I would make fun of the district manager. That's got teeth. They have very, very high egos of themselves. So if you put on there that they are just say something about them. I promise you things will happen. It's just the way it is. So, yeah, I had one that was, oh my gosh, he was terrible. It came to the point where I had to tell him to stop talking to my customers because he gave off like pedo vibes. It was like, "Hey, how you doing? How are you having a good day today?" And you're like, "Bro, get the fuck away from me." It was like that bad. So if someone is told to be a corporate ball washer by, always address them with a smile, or they have like some sort of analogy like kiss or slam or squeeze or something like that helps you say something to the customer, question them for their opinion, use the tools, shit like that, are the people that are just going to be, if they're bad actors, it's going to be fake. Very fake. And if they're bad fucking ball washers, I'll put it that way, you'll be able to tell instantly, and they'll come off as a pedo or just a creep or in just somewhere where, I remember one time he walked up to, because we were looking to go look at like some sort of water leak or something, and there was a customer there, and she was like loading something into a cart or something, and she was like, "Hey ma'am, how are you doing today? Is there anything we can help you out to make your stay?" And she looked at him and grasped her purse. And I was like, yeah, that's why I don't want you talking to my fucking customers anymore. You scare them. Stop it. All right? Leave the property managers alone. If the property manager deserves it and they're rude to you, yeah, go ahead and say something about it. All right? So, yeah, that's the best way to do it. But just saying that your rate went up, and your rate, that's another thing. Next thing, your rate will go up. We discussed that earlier. But your rate will not go up until 6 months. All right? The rate that you paid, you will be told exactly how much you'll be paying on your unit. So if you rent in the middle of the month, it's going to be half of what it costs you. So the next month when it goes up, it's going to where it should be. All right, so it's that simple. It didn't go up. It's exactly where it should be. And your rate will not go until 6 months. 6 months. So you'll see all these Google reviews. And the reason I feel bad about this, because these are people that the property managers could not fix these Google reviews. All right. So anyway, and there's a way to fix Google reviews. So, and there's that too. So I'm not going to tell you that exactly how to do that because it's kind of cheating. But yeah, if they reach out to you because you left a bad Google review, they're probably trying to make it right. So I would take everything they're given and change your Google review. That right there, I can tell you for sure. Anyway, but the Google reviews that come out and say, all right, my rent went up 6 times in a year. You're like, that's fucking impossible. That's no way. That didn't happen. All right, go and look at your actual bill and you'll be like, oh, yeah, I should math better. Yeah. Anyway, there's that. So, yeah, the Google reviews are going to hit the property manager the hardest. If you see homeless around there, don't rent there. I mean, it's unless you see the population go down, don't rent there, because that right there is just a haven for them. They're going to get together, they're going to try to rent, and they're going to try to get a unit, and they're going to find ways to get into the building at night and probably let their shithole buddies in and probably rob the place blind. So, yeah, the homeless, if that's happening, please stay away from it, and you know exactly what's going to happen if you do. So, yeah, stay away from places like that. A bathroom at these places. The bathroom there is a privilege. So, I have gotten into arguments with so many people about the bathroom at these places. It's always locked. It's never usable. It's, blah, blah, blah. All right. Food and beverages are not served there. Therefore, a restroom facility is not required. All right. And this is most states, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. If it's broken, more likely it's because a customer broke it. And it's every time that we had a broken bathroom, it was for that reason. Kids went in there and put a whole pack of dude wipes in there. Or a kid tried to flush down a tin can. Stuff like that. So more likely it's the customer left both of the faucets running overnight and the bathroom was flooded when the property manager came in the next day. Shit like that. So yeah, the bathroom is it's a privilege. Don't Okay, like I said, gate codes and everything else, use them when you can, because that's pretty much the limits of the fucks given that we have for your stuff. All right, just that's given to protect your stuff. It's not to be not to be out of the way, punch in the gut to be just difficult. It's not. It's there for you. So yeah. Okay, auctions are not like what you see on TV at all. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it takes roughly like 50 days for your stuff to go to auction. When it does, it's auctioned online. And just so you know, if you're ever in an auction situation and you read someone's Google review saying that they just went ahead and auctioned my stuff off, it's absolute horseshit. Okay, we call you at least 50 times by the time that your stuff is auctioned. Several letters are sent out. I mean, like, no shit, snail mail. Emails are sent out. Texts are sent out. Certified letters are sent out. And I think the lien infraction is sent by certified mail. By the time it goes to auction, we have gone out of our way to tell you your shit's gonna get sold. So yeah, another thing, if you're not paying for your storage unit and you're not getting any correspondence, check to see if you've moved. I mean, as funny as that may sound, if we're not able to get a hold of you, it's either because something that you gave us at the initial sign-up changed, because we will annoy the shit out of you to get you relocated with your, to get you back with your stuff. So, yeah, if we can't get a hold of you or have not gotten a hold of you, it's because you changed something that we don't have. So, yeah, there's that. And one of the funny things that will attract people or assholes, it's like an asshole magnet, is leave the door open to that dumpster just for a second. Or if somebody goes in there and drops like something right next to it, like a dresser or something, there will be a pile of shit outside of that dumpster with the closed door or the open door. It's just because people, for some reason, if they see something piled up, they go, oh, it's something in their fucking reptilian mind tells them, oh, I guess they allow piling here. You're like, no. Nobody does. But if you see it, you just go in there and pile your shit on there. Not to mention, there's 3 cameras trained on your ass. And we see exactly who you are, we know you are, and you're going to get fined for it. And that nothing brings a property manager more than fining people for littering. Mass littering. So yeah, don't do it. So yeah, there's that. Besides, yeah, those dumpsters are for us, and if we kept them open, they would be full in like no time. So a lot of places that have their dumpsters that are not secured, you'll see that they'll be full of stuff almost instantly. So, like I said, that stuff's for us, not for you, and yeah. So don't get upset about that, because it's just, we know what you're going to do. We're going to bring all your trash from home. You're going to dump it in there. It's stuff that you don't want to have in storage anymore. We would rather charge you to keep it in our place than you put it in our dumpster for free. So anyway, like I said, the whole thing with storage is basically a experiment in capitalism, is what it is. So your rent's going to go up. You will not get one for $1. So yeah, that in a nutshell. Like I said, I'm sorry to do the whole blanket name calling there, but as of then, as of now, I guess I could say, there is a lot in Sodom and Gomorrah. There's one person maybe that is good, but most of them, you don't run into them because they come in the front office. So if you're coming in the front office to make your payment, you're an asshole. And there's so many ways for you to do that. If you're sending a check by mail, my gosh, stop it. Just set up automatic payment. And yeah. And if you set up automatic payment, this is something that I'm really fucking surprised, I gotta say. If you set up automatic payment, make sure you got money in your account. All right? A lot of companies, a lot of banks will not let you use $5. I mean, you use your account if subtracting whatever's going to be pulled out there leaves you less than $5. So make sure there's money in your account. All right, not that hard. Not that hard. Go home and do math. Math it up, and you'll figure out that, yeah, you'll be a lot happier if there's money in your account. So pay your bills. Don't come to the front office. Don't complain about the carts. We know. Don't complain about the elevators. We know. Don't complain about the doors. We fucking know. Be out by the time that we told you to be out. Simple. Use your code to get in and out. Use your code right. And don't be so quick to say you got stuck in the elevator. You probably did something wrong when you're in there. So, yeah, more than likely you did get caught in there. But, hey, have good elevator etiquette, like I described here. So, yeah. Yeah, so do all that. And, yeah, and the most that you could stay out of the front office, the better of a customer you will be. And the happier you'll be with your experience. Know that your rent will go up, and some companies do have the opportunity to bring it down, but it will go up. The company, when you moved in, sold it to you at a discount, and they're getting their money now. They're getting what it's worth. So you're not getting screwed. The company was getting screwed, and now they're getting nays. So just look at it that way. All right. And in closing, Moss. I didn't say anything about Moss, but I had to say something about Moss. I have had Moss one time, and the customer had a Persian rug. I have not had any complaints about Moss except for that customer. No Moss by the customers that were around that one that complained about Moss. So, Moss, you bring those in, and they just don't appear. And I don't know what it is about Persian rugs. They love it. It's like a damn buffet for Moss. So, yeah. So, anyway. Like I said, I do not represent any storage company. I'm not an employee of a storage company. And, yeah, like I said, be nice to the property managers. And be nice to everyone that works there. It's not an easy job. It really isn't. So, like I said, yeah, please be nice to them. And, yeah, once again, keep busting. Stay frosty. Gunny out.
Tighter than a motherfucker with all of them gangsta beats.
All right, so yeah, mattresses are really hard to get rid of, and so are fucking tires. Tires are really hard to get rid of. Pianos. Pianos.